But the thing with us is we had, that was in Osan, I think it was, right? Busan. But what happened was we kind of fell under the radar. When you leave the base, you sign out and you sign in, so they know if there's somebody left out of town. But we were there because we had a helicopter that broke, and so
we were up.
It
broke when we went up to the Air Force Base, and we ended up getting around it, and then they didn't really check our time out because we weren't even like supposed to be there.
Correct. That's what I was getting to. So when they kind of like walk the streets, the shore patrol or whatever they call them, the SPs, the Air Force guys, they go, okay, and they're like the town crier, time to come home, you drunk bastards. So we weren't really on the radar. So Chris says, let's stay out, and they're police officers, and if you're out past 1 o'clock, basically they'll arrest you and throw you in the brig because they don't mess around. So Chris goes, no one knows we're here. So he says, let's hide, right? But what we didn't know is they were kind of tracking it somehow, or they had signals, but they knew that we were in this building in karaoke, and it was like a 3-story building with all these different sound rooms, and you could sing karaoke and stuff. But they started going through the building, and he goes, let's hide. Let's go on the balcony. So we go to scooch out on the balcony, and we're about 4 OBs into this. The balcony was made out of concrete, and it was 1.5 feet wide. So these 2 full-grown men are squishing into this little cubby in the darkness, trying to hide. Chris says, I gotta piss. And just as he said, I gotta piss, the SPs walked out the front door, and it was right above our balcony. And in between the slats of concrete, Chris is like relieving himself, and it's raining on these cops' heads.
Ooh. I don't even remember it.
Yeah. I have some bad news. When I set out to do this channel, I wanted to go and show people what's amazing right around the corner from where they live. Also to show people no matter what your disability or obstacles are, that you can accomplish great things. And let people come along the way with me on my adventures. My first attempt was this dream tour that we set out to make. I spent hundreds of hours researching these locations. Some of them I had been to before, and thousands of dollars worth of equipment to record what I see. It all slipped through my fingers on my first attempt. My equipment and all my video and stuff got stolen. But as you can tell from the ending of this video, I'm totally ignorant to this until days later when all the footage was lost. The only thing was left was these photos I took on my phone and the video. All the drone footage was all lost. Well, I grabbed footage from Catering Falls, the Hawk's Nest, and Hightower. I went about 81 miles down to my friend's house in New Jersey, and on my way back through, my luggage came up missing with all the footage from Catering Falls. So right now I am just rode about 60 miles trying to beat the weather, because this is the end of October, and not only is rain coming tomorrow at noon, but the cold weather's coming. And now I have to race back up to Catering Falls and reshoot all the footage before the season's over. Otherwise, this whole trip is basically for nothing. So now I'm halfway back up to Catering Falls, and it's raining, and I have no gear because it's all gone. My laptop's gone. The footage is gone. My kilt that I've had for 6.5 years is gone. And I'm going to see if I can pull a rabbit out of my butt. Bye.
Well, crying time's over. I got a jacket from Walmart because all my gear's gone. Got a memory stick for the drone because I'm not going to lose the footage that was stored on the drone for the last two. And now I'm racing back up north, trying to beat this storm and be home before it goes below 50 degrees. Here we go. Head north 87. See you in the morning. Sent up to the falls. Take two. Let's go. The last Sunday of October. It's 49 degrees. 7:49. Headed up to Kettering Falls after the disaster that struck us yesterday. Absolutely devastating. I don't know how many miles, I'll post it up, how many miles we did to come back to the falls to recapture the footage that was lost. The sun was out, it was a beautiful day, but hopefully I can do it justice today. We're going to see what happens. Seems like it's frivolous to be rushing and doing all this running around to capture all this footage, but this is the end of the season. We had a break in our weather in New England. For the last 2 days, it's been in the 80s, and now the temperature's dropping, and right behind us, about 2.5 hours from the west, is a big storm. Rain, cold. It's miserable now. It'll be even worse. Then I got to head back towards Boston. I got to try and outrun the storm after I get the footage, but the most important part is getting the footage. I mean, if I have to hunker down at a Walmart until the storm passes, which would be until the morning, or do something, I'll do it. I've dreamed about taking these shots since I started riding long haul, and the technology just wasn't there until now. And now I just want to show, what's out there. All right, I'll shut up now. Let's roll.
just came back from the falls. It started raining. I think I nailed it. If you've seen this, it's either been a smashing success or an epic fail. I crashed the drone into a tree and I caught it. So we'll see what the footage has after I get it back to a computer. We'll see. Add one thing. Now we have to outrun the storm. It's going to be downpours here in a matter of minutes. Coming down a mountain, slick tires. It's going to be really dangerous. And then hit the highway. Head back to Massachusetts. Wish me luck.
Just left the park, and now the storm's hitting. Might be able to split it in half. There's a top part of the storm and a bottom part of the storm, but it can't go too fast because it's so dangerous. See where we're at now for altitude. We're at 2,232 feet, and I think we're going to go down to like 200 feet. So we got 2,000 foot in 6 miles. That's pretty steep. But you guys are along for the ride. And I have a t-shirt on, a flannel, jeans, my boots, and a pair of gloves. And it's